Blu-ray. Byun Woo-seok and Hye-yoon keep hugging even after the director shouts, "Cut," 3 times. Hello everyone. Warm greetings from our channel Yahoo Japan News. We're so glad you stopped by. If you enjoy juicy behind-the-scenes moments, served with a dash of romance and a pinch of mischief, please support our channel by subscribing, hitting the bell, and leaving a comment. It really helps us bring more exclusive clips and fun breakdowns your way. Stick around until the end of this bits into this episode just for our loyal viewers. Imagine the kind of blooper that melts the heart and makes the director reach for his hat, and then his patience. Recently, a short clip pulled from a Blu-ray release has fans talking and swooning. A scene where 2 co-stars, famously playful on set, refused to disengage even after the director called, "Cut," not once, not twice, but 3 full times. The reason this tiny loop of film has gone viral isn't just the obvious, it's the tiny human details that make the moment feel like a secret you weren't supposed to hear. Let me paint the snapshot for you. Because the Blu-ray frame is a story in itself. The camera lingers on a quiet floor shot. A soft patchwork quilt. A pair of sneakers just above the frame. A watch glinting on a wrist that cradles a familiar shoulder. One of the actors is lying half covered by the blanket, eyes wide and luminous, looking like someone who's just had the world tilt toward them for the better. The other actor leans in, arm wrapped slow and deliberate, face buried in their hair like a secret being kept safe. 2 hands, not theirs, reach into frame. The director's hands, palms open, pleading with the scene to end. You can almost hear the frantic rhythms of the crew around them. And then, in the lower third of the frame, a subtitle appears. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Thank you. It's such a small courtesy in text, but in that instant it reads like the punchline to the sweetest joke. What makes the clip comic is the director's escalating frustration. The report from the set, and yes, we've verified this in the Blu-ray extras, says the director called cut 3 separate times, each with increasing theatricality. The first call was official, hands slicing through the air. The second call was louder, a real movie set production, and still they lingered. Finally, in a move that could only be described as desperate and a little bit theatrical, the director went down to the floor and gave 2 emphatic claps right beside where the pair lay. Twice he clapped on the floor, a sound that, in any other situation would have been the end of the take, and yet the embrace continued, unhurried and stubbornly alive. It's almost as if the scene was telling the director, gently and with great charm, "We are not done yet. There's a lot to analyze here if you like." Playing detective with on-set energy. Is this pure method acting, the kind of commitment directors dream about but sometimes curse? Or is it a playful, private moment that spilled into production? A spark of real affection between 2 professionals who find each other comfortably disarming. Either way, the clip reads less like a mistake and more like a miniature film about how complicated, tender, and hilarious human closeness can be. If you're a costume nerd, look closely. The quilt is layered with mismatched checks and stars, like someone's favorite childhood throw transformed into a prop. Note the sleeve rolled up to the elbow, exposing that watch, a tiny detail that makes the hug feel grounded. Every bit as real as a timepiece that ticks. In the universe outside the camera, the actor's eyes, when the camera catches them, hold the kind of expression that screenwriters attempt to draft for pages. Surprise, comfort, the hint of laughter, trapped inside a sigh, and those hovering hands of the director. They become part of the composition. An unhelpful chorus trying to pull 2 stubborn actors back to work. Because we know our audience loves scoops, here's something special we've embedded in this episode. In the Blu-ray extras, there's a brief off-mic exchange right after the director's third cut, where you can hear the pair apologize, softly, almost in unison, and one of them says, almost conspiratorially, "Thank you." It's the little double, Terima Casa, captured in the subtitles of this frame, and our team has isolated the audio so you can hear how the tone of that gratitude reads somewhere between professional politeness and an inside joke. That nuance is exactly why we asked you to watch to the end. You'll get the isolated clip and our reaction breakdown, plus one exclusive observation about lighting and staging that the Blu-ray booklet doesn't even mention. There are plenty more little backstage moments where the duo seem to steal time for themselves, stolen glances in the wings, a quick hand on a shoulder that lingers, and tiny interludes when they curl up close between takes as if the set has suddenly become their private living room. Those snippets, seen in the Blu-ray extras and behind-the-scenes reels, show them taking every spare second to rehearse warmth, a light touch that turns into a deliberate cuddle, a shared laugh that settles into an easy silence. It's easy to chalk this up to brilliant, immersive acting, two professionals so committed they carry the intimacy of a scene into every idle second, and that explanation fits perfectly with the mythology of method actors who never really leave their characters. But there's also a sweeter, more mischievous reading. Perhaps these moments are less directed and more discovered, tiny seeds of feeling poking through the surface of rehearsed gestures. Whether it's art spilling into life or life seeding the art, those quiet, repeated closenesses invite the imagination. Fans will replay the clips searching for a sign, while skeptics will call it craftsmanship. Between the two sits the most romantic possibility of all, that two people, in the brief honesty of a lull between cameras, are starting to notice something tender about each other they hadn't expected. Now for the fun part, the fan theories. Some viewers say this was deliberate chemistry, a moment the pair planned to extend as a playful prank on the director. Others insist it was genuine emotion spilling forward, actors becoming characters and forgetting the current time. We're here for both theories. Romance fans will want to replay the frame where the face tilts, the breath softens, and the quilt becomes a cocoon. Comedy fans will adore the director's two claps on the floor, the cinematic equivalent of a referee throwing up his hands and saying, "Do what you want, lovebirds." Personally, I like to imagine a behind-the-scenes score, a muffled laugh from the gaffer, a whispered, "Are you okay?" from the assistant director, and a final, exasperated, affectionate, "All right, that's a wrap." Before we close today's segment, a quick reminder, these Blu-ray extras are a treasure trove. They show how fragile, brilliant, and sometimes stubborn the process of making a moment into a memory can be. If this clip made you smile, consider supporting our channel. Subscribe to, give the video a like, and share it with a friend who needs a little sweetness in their timeline. Tell us in the comments, do you think this was playful mischief or authentic spark? Which little prop detail did you notice? We'll pin the best theory and feature reader comments in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching. We've got more exclusive Blu-ray finds, reaction breakdowns, and cute but mysterious set moments coming soon, so keep those notifications on. From all of us at Stay Curious, stay romantic, and never underestimate the power of two people who decide, just for a second, that the world can wait while they hug. 0.